Remember I said I was going to tear down the entire trial chambers in between mission reports? Well, I didn't. Or rather, this is as far as I got. One room done, many more to go. But I haven't got the storage nor the stamina to continue, so I'll be treating this as a harvesting site, coming back whenever I need more resources. Remember I said I was going to collect more scoots in between mission reports? I didn't do that either, but I'll do so now while I record the whereabouts of our test subjects. That was not my fault. So I didn't do what I said I would, but I did tear down an entire mountain. Okay, it's more of a hill and I only tore down half of it, but it was still a big job. This front left area is where the drop-off platform is gonna go, so that when HQ sends me a container like they did a couple of reports ago, there's a spot for them to put it. Now I did leave in place some grass and dirt because I wanted to preserve that part of the natural terrain, which is why I stupidly left my bed and chests up there. But it's way too difficult to navigate, so it's all gotta go. At the far side of the terrain, I'll be building some sort of covered structure. Let's call it a garage, with the ditch here marking where the entrance is gonna go. The hole, I'm gonna cover up, I guess, unless I come up with a better use. And then up there, let me take out the drone again. This natural gorge here I want to preserve because it has a nice incline that I will use for a road that will run on top of the garage and then lead to the hot springs and the secret access to the iron farm. Down here I'm going to build a cargo elevator, but before I do any building there are some resources together because with stone alone and a bit of dirt and grass I'm not going to get very far. It's probably the first time in any of my reports that I show material gathering, but I thought I'd make an exception this once to show you how painfully slow my basalt farm is. I could and probably should build extra modules, but blue ice and soul sand, not that it matters, they're all very hard to come by, and I'm not quite ready to face yet another dark place. Okay, I've got a stack. Let's hope it's enough. Oh yeah, I don't normally show this either. The ugly insides of my base with a mushroom farm, bamboo farm, lava farm, and some other bits I'll show you another time. The garage is done, as well as the road leading to the iron farm. But let's start with the garage, which looks very much like any regular garage with a force field as a door and two of these heavy duty beams that can be used to pull stuff inside. Windows to the side, a little cubby hole that I don't quite know what to do with, and then through this door we end up where a big antenna is gonna go. The other way leads to a temporary dirt bridge that's still there because I've yet to finalize this wall. But the stairs here will stay. They give easy access to the path connecting the soon to be built drop-off platform to the iron farm. The bridge still lacks a couple of planks, but we can already get to the iron farm. Although I don't understand why anyone would want to go down there while you can take a dive in the lovely hot springs up here. Anyway, next we're going to build the cargo elevator. This is what it looks like before, and this is after. This entire wooden platform can be raised all the way to the top, the rails keeping the platform in place, while the rods you see there provide the necessary energy to do so. Well, they would if they were the right type of rod. I'm using copper for now because I do not have access to light technology. But once I do, I'll upgrade the rods and you'll get to see the platform move up and down. At that time, these small antennas atop each of the platform's arms will make more sense, because they will be the ones receiving a signal from a control room I've yet to build somewhere over there, and that will trigger the platform to move. While you watch this aerial footage, I'll gather some extra resources and then I'll build the drop-off platform, the control room and the big antenna. That's the drop-off platform done. That's the control room done, with an extra workbench out here because I thought it made sense. And that's the antenna done. When I say done, I mean that the big structures have been put in place. Now the detailing starts. So I guess I'll see you in a decade or two. Let's see what 2 decades of detailing gets you. Okay, first thing you see, this was not my doing. This is obviously nature taking over. I guess I disturbed the sand a bit too much and all these plants started growing. And then up here, to be honest, not a lot has changed. I put in a bell so that when this thing starts going, and if I ever have villagers out here, that they don't run into trouble while this thing is moving. And then I also, again, to help the person in the control room, I've put up a camera. There's one there, also one up there, and there will be several others that you will see throughout the build. And then if we go up here, I think the first thing you'll probably notice is the heavy marketing that I've done. I think it's clear to see now that we're on the Zebra mission, and I've actually decided to call this entire base Zebra or Z38RA, as is the official name of the mission. Let's look at the control room next. Remember what I said about the 2 small antennas receiving a signal to make the cargo elevator go up and down? Well, that signal is sent from inside this room through the use of this machinery. This side communicates with the blue antenna, the other side speaks to the yellow one, with both sharing the same central console. There's also a bit of a seat, and the nice thing about the seat is that it moves, so you can be working here, and then if for whatever reason you need to move around, you can easily do that. This wall of screens, that's for the cameras, so there's another one here actually. At the moment these are just fake images because this place is not yet operational, but I guess once it becomes operational then the actual pictures will go on. There's also a bit of a sleeping spot for whoever gets to work here. And then this, there is a door, there was a door foreseen in the initial build, but then while I was doing the interior I thought, you know what, there's already this door here, I don't necessarily need that one. So I've decided to board it up, but if I need it, then I can easily undo it. And then if we go further through here, so this is the control station. Control room for the cargo elevator. This will be the control station for the transporter. You may have noticed, and I will give you the drone shot, you may have noticed that there's a big T in the middle of the drop-off platform. That's because it's not only going to be a drop-off platform for HQ in case they want to send me containers, but I will also be building a giant transporter. It's actually a drone, but I'm calling it a transporter to avoid confusion with the camera drone. And that's going to be taking off and landing on this thing. And that's actually also why I built the garage, because when I'm not using the transporter, I will be able to store it safely away. Coming back now to this control station, I've yet to install instruments to steer the transporter, but I did already install a huge screen on which the person doing the steering will be able to follow the transporter's progress, hence the small antenna that connects to the big one. I know, lots of antennas, but I have to ensure communication will run smoothly. And just to be very clear, I have absolutely no reason to believe that there will be another container coming anytime soon or anytime at all, but this is just a precaution. I would really like containers not to end up in the middle of nowhere, and certainly not on top of my head. Now let's have a look at the garage. I think it really looks like a garage now, nice and messy. But because I'm gonna build this transporter, I'm obviously gonna need a lot of parts and components. So I've already started filling up the garage with whatever I think I may need. And again, I've done a good job of branding so that it's very clear that we're in Zebra. Embedded in the back wall is a fuel pipe for the transporter. You can pull out this hose connected to the transporter and fill up its fuel tank. Ideally, I would like it to run on solar power, but considering my luck finding quartz, I felt it prudent to foresee an alternative. You remember there was this big hole here? I've turned it into a giant fuel tank, which I'll show you a bit later on. Going through the back, I added a workstation, and you can see the other side of the fuel pipe going underground into the fuel tank. The terrain in this area is quite a mess and caused me a bit of a headache. At first I didn't know what to do with it, but I'm thinking I might turn this hole and the other one into additional hot springs connected through waterfalls. I may even do this in between mission reports. I didn't make any changes to the path, but you can see nature has run its course. A lot of erosion, a lot of plants that have started to grow. As long as it doesn't hamper operations, I'm fine with it. Ooh, the sun is already setting. I want to still quickly show you the fuel tank. Oh, I've gone a bit too far. Excuse me. Authorized staff only, which would be me. So you can see I've already filled it up a little bit, not completely. You can also check it up here, but this is where the transporter will be fueled from. And then we'll go to bed because tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day. What do I need? Water breathing, I'll take 2. Scaffolding. Just in a crafting table. What are they doing up there? It smells like burning plastic. I don't know. I'll deal with it later. What else do I need? Oh yeah, blocks to repair the walls and the water. I think I've got everything. Let's go. You might be wondering why I didn't choose black and white as the colors for the base, but truth is, I couldn't come up with a nice band pattern that looked like a zebra. So instead I opted for purple with a tinge of magenta, which references the black and magenta used by HQ. I'm wondering if I should add banners there and there because I feel they both lack some color. Anyway, there's our destination, and that's where I want to go. But first I need to fix the walls, which I'll do from the outside. I won't be using a water breathing potion unless I really have to. Okay, you can see this was a quick fix, but it will do for now. Let's tackle the interior next, which I'll do off camera, but I'll report back to you when I reach the bottom. Not quite the bottom, but I've reached deep slate level and the stairs just keep winding down. Ooh, interesting. No way to open it. And I don't see much. I guess I'll continue downwards. What is this? Some giant door? Oh. Employee of the month. Why would you put that up here in a place like this? Blake. So Blake was here. Dimitri, and Flo. Okay, what does this book say? Employee of the month. Feel free to leave a personal message for the employee of the month. Extra rule, messages must be signed by name. Okay, so Blake in April 2023 for introducing the facility to the employee of the month concept. Morale has improved considerably. Director. Okay, good. Dimitri then for the design and construction of the decompression chamber. Not sure what that means. Really cool, Dimitri. I feel so much better murdering the poor buggers now. Amy. Was the choice in music also your idea? Just asking Jack? I still think relaxation room was the better name for it. I don't know what any of this stuff means. And then it's Dimitri again, of course, for redesigning the facility's entry point at the surface. How do you pronounce that word? Asking for a friend. Yes. Oh. Ooh. So it's Dimitri that redesigned that thing then. Okay. Interesting, good to know, I guess. Dimitri for improving the facility's safety protocols. That panic room idea sounds great. Do you think we'll get the budget? Blake again, so he was still here in July 2023. For taking the lead in reorganizing the depot. 4 times in a row? Really? Yeah, I can understand the frustration. And then September, then it was Fleur. For signposting the facility. Signs everywhere. Yay. And, well, I guess it's scientists are signed too. I don't know who. I mean, I really assume Blake is my Blake. My unfortunate Blake. But I have no clue who these other people are. Dimitri, Flo, Amy, Jack. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, I want to get in here now. Except, yeah, this is the access panel that should open this door, but it's clearly busted. I can't get in as hard as I try. Can I go through the walls? No, doesn't look like it. Massively reinforced. Yeah, on this side as well. This is annoying. What am I to do? Oh, and that's that pipe, probably the ventilation shaft that we saw. Well, it wasn't ventilation because it was sucking in water. Okay, this is a bit of a pity. I'll find something cool. And now I can't get in. I'm gonna need some time to think about it. Which I guess means that we're gonna hopefully do this in the next mission report. Should you have any ideas on how to get through this door somehow, please don't hesitate to let me know. But for now, this is Robin on the Zebra mission. Over and out.